What's good? What's good, people? So we're looking for up here these equal highs, relative equal highs. After yesterday, price action, us hitting this daily rejection block, showing this expansion move, short-term market structure shift. We've shown bullishness there, traded down into this gap, bullishness here. These are clear levels of buy side liquidity up there. That's what we'll be targeting. 15-minute chart. This order block here trades back down. This trades back to OTE. Want to see if this can trade down. Hopefully it can. If not, then we'll see what happens when price gets up there. But I would like to see it trade down. That's what we're looking for. So if we close that up, this is my thought process. This is the best case scenario where I think it could trade up to. Obviously, right here is the relative equal highs that are 1, 2, 3. A lot of buy side liquidity up there. So I want to see us drop first, see if we can come down here and then trade up higher. That'd be what I'd want to see personally. See what we get. It goes up there first, then went to break down, and then if I was looking on the bond market and to see something that would correlate and it would look short, then we can do that. But ideally, I would love to see this drop down first before going up there. It may not need to, it may just run up there, but that's what I would want personally. Very rarely do you see me take trades before pre-market. I really like this. Really, really like this. This would be a mitigation block, this whole thing. I like this down close candle though. And then see if we can get a little bit deeper into this on a wicking basis and see if we can just run up there. We may just scream up there and not even come down because we've already traded into the gap here at 830. Most of my position would be taken off up there if I can get that. And like I'd probably take one. It drops down first, one around like right here. That's where I'd take it, but I can't put that in there yet because it'll sell if it goes up there first. So maybe I'll put like, it's just a 3. It's 3 there. Just put 1 up here. So it drops down here first. And I get triggered in, then I'll move this down to there. But until that happens, then nothing there. Skates. So we're looking for higher prices. That's kind of what I'm imagining right now. This is an impulse price swing from there to there. We've seen a lot of bullishness on price action. Now, can it come down here? It could. I wouldn't expect it, but if it does that and then offers something else, but I feel like this is a prime setup right here. Off the higher time frame, this is a 5-minute chart. I'm not looking at a 1-minute chart. 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart as well. That's what I'm looking at. Matches up with an order block. So again, a lot of support for me on this trade. That's why I like it right now. Now in terms of Forex Factor, oh, we do have news at 10 o'clock. We do have news at 10 o'clock. So now what I'm expecting is probably we should be up here by 10. Yeah, I think the first 30 minutes will be pretty pretty big. So let's mark that out. 10, roughly 12. Oops. So we expect for it to be up here at least by 10. 10 to 12. So I want to see it drop down and go higher. And then base, and then from there, we'll figure out what happened. If it goes lower, it goes lower. We'll have to see what's going on there. I know I've been away. I want to see it trade a little bit deeper down into this. I know I've been away. I've been away. We did trade into a higher time frame. Hourly fair value gap, which is kind of up here. But I'm looking at the most buy side, most hurt is up here, especially if you want to go lower, that's fine. Look how jagged it is down here. And look how clean it is up there. That's why I'm thinking more towards the upside because of the way that it looks visually. And this is OTE. This is a breaker block. All this down here in this candle. So I don't have my stop loss like right underneath it. It's below this. This was an order block. We expanded away, so it's below these two down close candles. Wouldn't honestly want to see it trade that deep, but you know, we'll see what happens here. I think we would like to see both of them fill. May get it, may not. This would be like a 200 pip, 300 pip run. It's possible with the Nasdaq, especially by like 10 o'clock. My expectation is for us to be up here. Put it in there. Tell me, you. So here. So y'all know what I'm looking at. So there. Between this time, this is the time element where I would expect it to be up there. I'm expecting a very, very quick morning. And so you have this swing to there. So you see how this is 50%. This would be equilibrium. You cannot buy up here, or I would suggest not buying up there. You usually get hit with more drawdown. You have explosive price swing. You have there, and potentially could come down to here. It may not get that. So, but that's what I'm looking for. So I want to see that trade down into that. And like right here, the open price, pretty much we'll say right here, right above entry, right there. That's an order block. What's good, Julian? What's good? So for me, like kind of just so you can understand why I'm looking for up here, and we'll see what we get the market open. Most of the time, I don't take a trade at market open. But what you're seeing here is I really like this trade setup. It follows everything that I would look for. I think that we're gonna have a very, very quick opening. Now, again, it could trade lower, but let me explain why I don't think it should do that. See how jagged it is down here? Jagged, jagged, jagged. We have bullish support here, bullish support there, and look how clean that is. So that's my expectation, but let's see what we get here. The market just opened. Don't tell me we don't trade low enough. You gonna do this? Yeah, this it may not have. It just may have missed my entry by a little bit. No, no, what we doing? Nasdaq, come on, brother. That's wild. It would have been first partial right there already. Crazy work. So jagged down at the bottom. It's very clean up here. That's what I would look for. See how it looks now, though. So may not give us that. And that's unfortunate. Came right to 50%. I had my order there, but I was like, nah, I want to see it trade a little bit lower. But I ended up moving it. But I don't think it's gonna give us, man. Tony. This trading week, honestly, it's been, I would say it's been a little bit harder. Obviously, you have all the war and all that stuff kind of going on. The reason why I'm looking towards the upside is because how jagged it is down here. Look how clean it is right there. So overall, I still think it's gonna go lower, higher, like higher time frame. But just because of how jagged it is down here and how clean these levels look, they don't, we've been taught they don't stay like that for long. So I would look for that. Yeah, very, very smooth. Here, this is textbook. And then if you take this range, I understand we've gone up in there, but remember, if we're gonna go lower, higher, or longer term, like those just look too clean for me. And that's where I feel like we should be targeting. So hopefully, if this doesn't give us that, then hopefully it gives us something that we can take from up there, because it missed my entry by like, I don't know, a couple handles. 5.5 handles. But yeah, I mean, this is just very clean. I mean, my mind, like what I want to do is take this, but it didn't give me my original entry. I hate when it does that. Honestly, it's been a tough couple weeks in the volatile. Yeah, it is. We're in a very, very large trading range. Very, very, very large trading range. So you have to be very, very careful. It's not running. It's not easy, in my opinion. I've been doing this for 5 years. I don't think it's been easy. Like this, to me, this setup today looked very, very easy. I wish it would have come down and hit my entry, but overall, it's kind of hard. We're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because again, like I don't know if I was saying it on the, like, look, we've been stuck in this high and this low. So, unless you're really good at range trading, you're pretty much getting this. It's not really expanding. But this looks really clean. So I would have loved to been in. So But I believe it's going up here. I'm thinking that the high, I think it should be up here before 10, in my opinion. It did, yeah. It did. I wanted the 15-minute order block though. That's what I was looking for. So again, like what I'm now looking at too is this. So are we able to? I caught the same long at ICT in the London session today. Those, yeah, that was nice down here. I did see that like when it was last night, not last night when it had expanded, and I woke up and I was like, oh dang, that's nice. So first partials would have been taken here. I don't think that this is gonna pan out right now, so I gotta delete that. So that's gone here. That's unfortunate. He missed it by 5 handles. But we'll see what we're getting here. So so I want to see us expand from here. Thought about taking it immediately here because it traded back into that. If it gives it to me again, I'll do it. Do it again. 2, 3 here. If it can do that. I really want to buy that. Let's see if it trades above here though. Love me bet. But I'm gonna do this right here. 3 down here. You can do that. And then if it can do, yeah. If it can trade down here, I'll do 1. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I want. But yeah, that London session is that's a banger. Not gonna hold you on that one. Let me just look at the other ones real quick. So that was almost down below this. Like, come on, bro. I just want to see you trade down here. Just do that. So this would be immediate rebalance on the 5-minute chart. I mean, like, they're up there is it's prime to go up there, in my opinion. But I want to see regular. Let's put it on this one. So ES is below this low. Dow is below this low. NQ is not below the low. It's very interesting to me, right? When we want Dow, we want ES to trade, or sorry, we want NQ to go below lows. It doesn't want to. When we don't want it to go below lows, it happily goes below the low. So me, what I'm waiting for is either it needs to trade below this low, or if it gets above here, that's what I'm watching, since I'm not going to be buying it right now. Ideally, obviously, would love my original entry idea, but we'll see if that even comes to pass. But ideally, I would like to see it up here by 10 o'clock, time-wise. That's what I'd want to see. Drop the 10 for you. But yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that London session long is nice. I would have taken something off up here just at the, there's an hourly gap up in here. Tripping. This is like best case scenario. Most of it would be unloaded up here if it can do that. That's the one thing I just about trading with these things. Like you can't just drag the stop loss and profit and all that stuff up there. But we'll see what we get here. Would have liked that. I'd have already taken off a partial. I don't think I would have moved my stop yet. But again, I'm not in the trade, so I wouldn't know. So that would be immediate rebalance. If it moves from here, it'd be immediate rebalance on the 5-minute chart. But I want to see us trade a little bit lower, personally. We can trade down there. I don't think there's a volume imbalance there. Let me just check. Oh, there is. I still want that, personally. So this would be the rejection block there. Get down, came up, that we would expand again. Drop that's it for you. We'll see, guys. This is kind of what I'm looking for. So, we'll see what we get. But that's what I would be looking for. And let's say we get in. We saw the macro time too, so let's note that. I'm on that 5-minute chart, so it's a bit. I don't like doing on the 5-minute chart, but the macro time's coming soon. The 1-minute chart, in my opinion, looks a little bit better. The way the other ones are dropping, in my opinion, look kind of crazy, but we'll see. So Dow's below its low. This one right now. ES is pretty close, but we'll see what we get here. We'll see. What's good, teacher? What's good, bro? This is a trade setup we're looking for. You're in NQ shorts? We'll see. May the best man win. I'm just kidding. I'm looking at it's too clean up here, bro. That's why I'm looking for longs. I think that we had, I mean, we hit a 1 hour fair value gap, but we'll see what we get here. Like, it's not dropping right now, especially NQ. Like, it's easy to trade down there. Like, just trade down below, especially take out that low and then reject. Now, obviously, full flesh down below that, then, you know, cooked. But that's what I'm looking for. Like, this one doesn't want to drop. I was saying yesterday, right? Yesterday it didn't want to drop. Now this one doesn't. Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it hit this level. So the reason why I'm still not saying that it's done, I want to see it trade to this order block on the 15-minute chart. So just because it has this wick right there, for me, I'm not necessarily seeing it as flipping bearish. Again, I could be wrong. Nothing wrong with that. But we've had this bullish, 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 trade down to OTE, bullish, and then clean highs, and then jagged lows. That's the only reason why I'm still okay with this. I would have liked this better, but like want to see it trade down to the 15-minute order block. And then at 10 o'clock, see it trade up higher. So that's just what I'm seeing personally right now. Again, I could be wrong. That's just what trading, right? I just want to see it trade a little bit lower into that gap, because we have SMT right now at these lows with Dow to trade down into the gap right where that breaker is. Okay, so we got in there. We wick down into that. Let's see what we get here. We get a full flush. What do we get here? So I'm gonna take that one off. We'll just do 3. I'm okay with that. So 15-minute order block, that's pretty much what I was trading off of. And this breaker block here, seeing bullish price action. So we get here. So we have, it's crazy. I actually got to go to the bathroom. It's crazy. Some buy side liquidity here. So now we're in the trade and we just let it go. My goal is 1% a day. So since it's a 500 or 500K account, since it's a 50K account, $500 is pretty much what I'm looking for per day, per trade. You're in what? I'm in Apex 100K and Lucid 15. Let's wait and be patient. Yeah, it needs to run through this gap, this order block though. It can show like no respect to that. But that's what I want to see here is us do this. If we can take something off here, again, I'm expecting it to be up here by 10 o'clock. Since I'm bullish and that's what I'm looking for, it needs to be up here by 10. Or at least at 10, something like that. So I'm gonna take one off here. We can do that. I mean, ideally, I could just like close it now, honestly. But we're gonna let this play out. So here, we'll sell 1 if we can do that. If we can get up there, take 2, take 1 there actually, and then see if we can get 1 off here. That's how I'll do it. But it needs to start running now, like aggressively. Appreciate it, bro. It's just got to continue going through that high. If we can get that, obviously that'd be great. Don't really want to see it start to retrace here. The other ones are trading up into a fair value gap, so not very great. But I just feel like it's jagged on the downside. On the upside, it's just so too clean. So that's why I took this one. Make it very easy, just flip and just like all this is gone. But that's just the process of trading, right? Can't be we traded to the mean threshold of it, of the order block on the 15-minute chart on the upside, but I want to see us draw up towards these relative equal highs. Like they just look so prime. 1, 2, 3 looks jagged on the downside. So, but we'll see what we get here. Now, if we're up here at 10 o'clock, obviously, I think that that's a a good time for the reversal. Because if it's higher time frame, it's gonna go lower, then that could be a potential. That's the broco. So let's see if we can get up there. Now if we can trade up above there, and I'll take off. Debating. So what I'm thinking this in my mind, just so we can understand, trying to figure out how I want to do this, because if it can definitely trade up above here, if I'm looking at Dow, Dow needs to start kind of moving higher. ES needs to kind of follow suit. Again, with wick wise, it looks pretty nice. And trading back up here, I think that looks nice. Now this down close candle, I'd want to see it hold. Don't really want to see it going back down in here. But it looks pretty. The other ones don't look like they're going in suit, so that's why I'm looking if I want to take 2 off up here, if it can even do that, because that's not a reaction that we would want. Like, I'd be shocked it doesn't try to take this out up here, like minimum. Like if it doesn't try to take this out and then goes all the way down here, they in some funny business. That's what I'm like monitoring right now. I'm not seeing this as a flip. Again, I could be wrong. Could be completely wrong. I'm gonna hold you. I'll be right back for a second. Right back. All right, I'm back, fellas. Or ladies and gents. Whoever's on, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, so we need to see this start to what you would call as rally. So want to see if we can get that off there at the high. If we can do that, I'm gonna take actually 2 off low key. And do that, and we'll just monitor this. I'm okay with that actually. So if we can push above this high and take that, then I'll move my stop loss, and then whatever happens, happens. That's how I want to play this one. And then ideally I want to target here. possible and push through this, take off 2, then move my stop loss up below these bodies of the candles, and then whatever happens from there, that's just what happens. We do have news at 10. So ideally I'd like to see if I could take something off kind of this news. That's what I want to see. We can do that. As it'd be really unfortunate to sit through all this and take nothing. But we'll see. I think it should be able to do it. ES looks like it's trying to push up above. And why I want to take some partials off there, it's because just in case, let's say the other ones can't do it. Well, we at least paid ourselves, and then we take off risk and then allow it to try the price to do whatever it's going to do anyways. So that's what I want to see. Don't like that. I mean, this is the stronger one in terms of all 3 of them. If it's going to go higher, this is the strongest one. I would have already expected it to be above the high. You're out. I wanted to see it take out that high, honestly, so I could just start to just ahead of the news. But I think the news will send us up here. I would have liked to see us already up here already. Just opinion, my opinion. Because I don't think it should be going back down. What I'm trying to refrain from is just being like, okay, I'm in the trade and just jam my stop loss up there. Trying to refrain myself from doing that because I don't feel like it's not moving or whatever right now. It is what it is, right? I would expect it to already be up here by now. Especially with the news event, we've had this reaction. The bodies held in this one. We came down here, 15-minute order block. But we should already be at least attacking this. Body-wise, we look good. The one thing that is concerning, though, is the way that Dow and ES look. That's just the only thing that I'm like, don't know if I like that part right now. But we let it go. Like if I was just looking for percentage wise, I would have already closed it by now. But I'm looking for levels how I normally trade. I can't just change today just because I'm up, right? I don't think that's not allowing you to be consistent. Up here is the target. This is best case scenario, just in my opinion. But if I'm looking at the other ones, do I like what's happening right now where it is? Heck no. Heck no. We have 2 minutes before the news event. Like it doesn't seem very I don't like it. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I don't necessarily like it. What's good, Lick man? What's good, brother? Like us coming back down here, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't want to see it. That looks like it wants to now start to go a little higher. But I'm taking 2 off here if it can get above there. Because the other ones are kind of lagging. Okay, so if it can do that, it can go up there and hit that. I'll take 2 and then I'll put my stop loss there. Then we'll see what happens there. Who think you fooling? It should be able to do it. Time to kick Sunny the hook. Okay, we're good there. Stop loss goes there now. Now whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna look for it. Actually, just right there. See if we can get that price action there. So I took 2 off there personally because the other ones are a little bit lagging behind. But I feel like this is where the majority of it is. It's out the way. And we'll see if we can get that. Appreciate it, guys. Hopefully we can get this. This will be nice for the stuff. If it can reach deeper up into that, that'd be great. But again, I'm just moving. Oh shoot! See, I do that all the time. Look at this. I would have got cooked. I would have got cooked on the sell stop. Oh, that would have been over for me. I would have cried. I would have cried. Appreciate it. I feel like this thing needs to start moving though. If it's not moving, then we have an issue. Tense. I'm telling you. I want to push this. Oh, that's happened so many times to me before, by the way. Y'all have no idea how I'll just be chilling here and got like 5 down here or like 2 and like just it's off. I've had that so many times, and obviously that's not good. And I get smoked, and I'm like, wait, what happened? And then I'm in another trade that I don't even want to be in. So yeah, at this point we just kind of let it go. If we can kind of close above here, I'll move it right there because I feel like it wouldn't need to be doing all that stuff. Hopefully we can get some catch up, and then right there is where I want to go. Ultimate target, best target's up there, but I'm okay with taking it right there since I already took 2 off already. Yeah, so daily P&L is like 5. Yeah, it's already have 1% on the day, so that's great. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Or 1% like per account, something like that. So we'll see what we're getting here. Would want to see some expansion, but obviously not happening. But right now we're just letting it do what it wants. Want to see it go above there though. I'm happy I took 2. Apex right now. Right now with Apex, I've been thinking about the other ones, but we'll see what happens there with those. But now, because Apex doesn't have the trailing drawdown anymore, allegedly. So we'll see. I'm actually gonna move this right here. Doesn't matter at this point. We took off what we needed to above the high. This is the order block. I don't think it should come back down there. Stops us out. It does that. See, it didn't expand. So we get stopped, we get stopped. The fact that the other ones were unable to do that, that's when I just like I'm more willing to take a lot more off. And I'm glad I took 2 off because just chilling. Again, like the fact that it's not up there is crazy to me, just personally. Like it's crazy. Like how there's just so much liquidity up here and it's so clean versus the downside is so jagged. Like look at this. Here, here. This is a daily rejection block we hit anyways. Jagged, jagged, jagged. Smooth. So, let's see though. So we get at to this point, like it's like 10 o'clock. Pretty much until like I'll stay on until 10:30 because I have some other things I need to do. Either it stops out or after, but obviously I would love to see it come up here versus down here, but let it go. Yeah, I'm telling. Yeah, I mean, it would make sense to be honest. Like, we're just not doing much. We're not doing anything. It's been really, really hard because when I was looking at my notes and stuff in my journal and all from the past, it was moving, and so it was really clean, like clean levels. Like, if I'm being honest, the only clean level I saw was today. Other than that, like they're just going back and forth. It's harder. It's hard to read. Very, very hard to read. So maybe I'll make a switch to like futures like euro or pound, something like that, because it's the same thing and it's not really going to change what I'm doing. But yeah, it'd just be cleaner, I think. Yeah, if we can get another 1% on this, that would be even be better, in my opinion. Like 2% today, essentially. Feel like a scout. Yeah, I'm telling you. You feel like you just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. It's like, yeah. Because that's what made me leave this market, to be honest. Like back last year, I left the market and was trading gold because it was moving. This market, I'm like, it's not even doing anything. And I was finding clean levels and it would move off the levels and I was able to like see things clearly. But today was the only time I like could see it from the jump. I was waiting for it. But see. Yeah, for I might have to go to futures like with euro or pound, like the 6B or 6E or something like that. But that one you have to trade more on a higher time frame. Like 15-minute chart, I think, because I think when you go to lower time frames, it looks awful. Just what I heard. I don't know if it's. Oh no, that's not what I heard. I think I saw it. Like when I went to 6B or something like that. But we'll see what get. We'll see what we get here. Like this is the strongest one, so it should be drawn up here. I don't know if it's like trying to hold people and get people to put their. Because you gotta remember, like we're looking for fun level stops, right? So not my stops, not ICT stops. We're talking about like fun level. That looks just so clean. So clean. And they keep rejecting down here like hard. Very, very hard. So to me, it's like that's the cleanest level that's like right there. But want to see it start to expand. Like we need to start seeing some of that right now. Can't just see us just hold this. ES and YM are starting to kind of go in suit and then clear buy side that's just pooling there on a fun level. And this with me, like this especially if this hits today, I'm done with these accounts. I'll trade like demo, but just 2%. My goal is like I mean we have what Wednesday and we have Thursday and Friday. So I'll trade like demo or something. I don't feel like giving any of this back when it's, in my opinion, doing all this back and forth stuff. So if we can start to expand and get a little bit higher above that, I'll move my stop up a little bit. We'll see though. Hey, something that really helped me, by the way, guys, was when I went back into his content and I looked at it's month 2 content. I think he was talking about how to I don't know if it's how easy it is to make something about the 6% a month or something like that. I don't remember exactly everything. Something like that. See, now I want to see large range candles here because we're starting to get close to it. I don't want to see it start itching up. I want to see like large candles attacking this, not giving them like what ICT would say a chance to, we'll say, pull them, but I don't think they're gonna have that opportunity. See, I have my books over there. I just don't know which one it is. I feel like I'd be fumbling around for it. But I just would talking about like making 6% a month, and pretty much when you take partials, like your last one's gonna be like the, say, the largest one. Because I think if this honestly hits, I think it would be like almost double. Like double what the full what I took off here. I took 2 off here. It would be double maybe if it hits there, I think. It should be. I don't know. It was month 2. I can figure out what it is when I look at it, but it was something like that. Either the 6% a month one, or it was how to grow a small account. It was one of those ones, but it was month 2, and it helped me understand like also the process of not like after you lose, like over leveraging again, how that can like just, we're not over leveraging again. If you're taking a trade and then you lose and then you take it like the same amount, how you're gonna like cook your overall process of trying to, achieve what you ultimately want to achieve, can just put you in a bad space. Like even what, 2 days ago or something like that, I took a loss, or yesterday, sorry, I took a loss and I traded with half and then made it back and some. Well, that's great. I mean, ideally, obviously, you would have loved the normal one where it was, I don't know, it would have been probably something around this, but yeah, that part right there helped me out a lot month 2 with risk management. This is what I'm finally doing. What you mean by that, Lick man? You mean like you're going back through month 2 and stuff? Oh, risk management. Yeah, I'm telling you, that stuff will burn you so bad. Because when you really realize, like, if you can find 5 to 1s, it's not saying you're gonna find 5 to 1s all the time. Like max, this was what, 3 to 1. I think with 3 to 1, you have to be like 50-50. And if you have proper risk management, it's like 50-50, something like that. So it's like you really ain't gotta be that good, to be honest. Like, trust me. 5 to 1, 25% correct. You can be profitable with a 5 to 1. So if you only look for 5 to 1s, you can be like, that's crazy. Took 1 micro on Lucid. Yeah, we'll see. We want to start seeing this push up a little bit. Yeah, so the risk, understanding the risk, because it's off of it's percentage based. So for me, like I like what I liked about funded accounts. Remember, like the FTMOs and all those things. I liked them because I knew I could use like 1%, 2%, 3%. If on a 50K account, if you're not like doing very well, it's it's a low amount of money to get in terms of the account size, but you're gonna have to like you can't just I mean you can do like one micro each trade. You can do that. But the way the challenging part is, I mean maybe they've changed it, but it's like the how they I'm gonna move this a little bit time element wise. Right there, I'm fine. Because it's not moving. Um and there's an order block right here. So I wouldn't want to even see a trade right there. But was about to say. Um you can trade with one, but the way they get you is like how, you're paying per month to continue to keep it going. Now, again with these, like your goal should be to pass them, right? Not to milk them for a whole year, but obviously you don't want to sit here and over leverage and do all that stuff because it'll make your trading harder. Oh, 50% win rate with 2 to 1 risk reward. The math only works if you risk the same per trade. Yeah, well, with that one, because your percentage goes up, so you'll always be risking 1%, but the percentage will be more. So it's really crazy. Like when you actually go into it and you're looking at it, is wild. That's what for me like changed when I was like, oh, I can be like heavily wrong as long as I have proper risk management and don't just go overboard. Then I'm good. But if I'm going overboard, then that's when you lose. Is that part? Like you gotta think about it. Like retail. There's people that don't know anything about what we know, and they're still able to make money. Those that have good risk reward. So it has nothing to do with the knowledge. It's just math. It's all math. So I don't like how this ain't moving. I ain't gonna hold you, but it's all math. Like if I had two on, like I said, I had one more on right now. If it were to extend above this high, I would take one because this to me it's 10, should be 10, yeah, 10 to 12 is the London kill or London close. So, and I feel like it should have already been up here by now. In my opinion, it's like we should be there pretty soon. Yeah, 15 minutes or so. I feel like we should be up there. The next like 3 candles. But yeah, trading is like really about math. You can be wrong a lot and still very well. You gotta remember this is over time. I'm not worried about it today or tomorrow or yesterday. This is over like you look at it in terms of like 10 years and you're able to consistently do this, then because my goal was like the how do I erase the one day that blows everything for me. Right? There's always usually one day where you just like go on tilt. And that day ruins your accounts, it ruins your mindset, it ruins a lot of things. So my goal was trying to how do I find that day and not repeat that day. Not repeating losing days are gonna happen. Like you're just gonna be wrong. But how do I get rid of the days that are gonna hurt me long term? And it was always those days. And so it was just like walking away from the charts when I'm angry, and it's hard to do. But what else can you do, right? If you want to do this long term, because you also have to think about it. Just like imagine if you're trying to do this for your family, like think of it this bigger than just you. If you're doing this provide for your family, it's like it's got to mean more than just like how you're feeling right now. It can't just be like, oh, I'll just do whatever. I'll just reset the account. You can, but like just think about it in terms of that. If that's how you want to use it, or even for yourself, it's like ICT talks a lot about in the 2021 mentorship is like he's teaching us, but he's teaching us not for us to just use it on us or for us. Like he talks about that all the time in the paid one, all the time. He's like, I want to see you guys do good with this. And so if you think about that in your trading and it's not all about you, you understand like this can affect your family, this can affect your future children if you're, married or looking to have that, or just spouse, whatever. It can affect all of those things. And if you're just all worried about yourself and you're angry because it didn't move, and then you over leverage and you blow your accounts, it's like, not you're not being responsible for that, And so that's just the things that I've realized um throughout this whole thing, the whole process, the whole 5 years. That's what I've realized. So hopefully this can get up there. Next, two candles after this one. We'll see if we can get that. That's how I started to look at it right now. Because if I'm using this for more than just myself, I have to. There's more responsibility that comes with that, and that's okay. I'll accept that. And I feel like that's good responsibility and what I think everyone should want. So you just strive for that. So we're right here. I'm gonna move my stop loss up below this low because this is a immediate rebalance, and we have this order block, so I don't feel like it should come up there or come back down there. I'm sorry, from where it is, and then watching the other ones as well. If we can get another 1% on this, that'd be perfect. Move on. Because we'd be really close to the rest of the stuff. So between this candle and the next candle, I want to see us up there. And like when it starts to get close, I just want to see like large range candles. I mean, don't really want to see it come up here and fail and come down here and use this. I just want to see it snap right through it. Again, I know you're expecting like to and through the high. My thought process is just higher time frame that we're bearish. So again, I'm okay with just taking it off there is what I'm trying to say. I'm okay with that. So if we can reach up into there. Now they have this candle. Where's the time? Okay, 2 minutes. The next like 8 minutes or so, I'd expect this to hit. Because you have to remember with indices, the higher low of the day forms between 10. Appreciate it, bro. Forms between 9:30 and 10:30, the first hour. So if I'm looking at that, and let's say I'm thinking it's higher time frame bearish, that's what I'm thinking. Doesn't mean that's right. But yeah, we want to see a trade up there. Hopefully this candle or the next one we get it. Come on, bro. Let's reach up there. You're almost there. What we don't want is a failure up there. Also, honestly, what makes it feel a lot better with Apex is they don't have that whole trailing drawdown stuff anymore. So it allows me to trade normally. How I normally would. Instead of just trying to like choke the trade and like follow it with my stop loss. Like I feel like that's a good place. So like 7 minutes. Hopefully hits there and then can hop off, and then I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll do like a little fresh recap probably of this overall of this trade again, and then kind of just go from there. And pretty much right there. So 3-1. Again, want to be very, very quick. So not, I would have liked it on this candle. Yeah, I'll put a recap in the teacher in the Discord. It'll be in like a trade recap, or maybe I forget what it's called. I'll have to go back and look. But again, just looking for where it's clean and versus where it's jagged. When I woke up this morning, seeing this down here gave me confidence. And then when I pulled this swing here, so from this swing to this swing, it came down to a discount and then expanded away. So that's why I felt confident just taking it right off rip. I was like, yeah, let's just take it there. So see if we can get it. Yeah, this candle or the next one. Take a picture of it when it. See if we can get it here, like a punch through. I mean, it's classic. Classic, and go right to it. What I don't want to see. So potentially what we could see, I mean, I'm not gonna trade the PM session. My thought process would be AM rally, PM decline. That would be like if I had to predict the day, what I would look at, because I still think higher time frame we're bearish. I just feel like there's just a lot of money up there on a fund level. I don't want to see it come up there and come back down. I feel like this is very low resistance, and so it should come up there first. And probably a large candle, like not just peeking up there, like it may even shoot up to where we at right now. Thing is, why I also think it go a little bit higher is it's right at almost close to a big figure. So I think that it can do that for it. There we go. So it's a trade. Take a picture from my notes. So we got it between 10, so right ahead of 10:30 or so, but we're good with that. And we'll just kind of see where we'll monitor what happens the rest of the day. At the end of the day, we'll see about that. But yeah, so buying down here at OTE inside this breaker block, high, low, higher, high with this one. Again, I'm glad I was patient because I almost wanted to take it up here because it didn't trade low enough. And I was like, you know what? We'll just let it go. So it came down. I don't know how much drawdown we had, not that much. And then we took a portion off there, and then ultimately the last one was right there. But best case scenario was, it's probably gonna hit it, right? Best case scenario, the first partial or first level was here. Best case scenario, let's just put that on there when I come back and do stuff. It's an 80 level. Best case scenario was here. This is best case, so we'll come back and do that. Hey, appreciate it. Hey, who had it from let me go back. Hey, hold on. Someone said that, oh, it was no, was it Tony? Who took the London, the same one as ICT? Oh, it was Tony. That was Tony. Oh, okay. Tony took that one. But yeah, appreciate it, you guys. I'll put everything in the chat. This is like best case. This is what I'll put up here. I don't know if it's gonna hit up there. That's what I was looking for. If it had already kind of done that and had shot up here, then obviously I trade it differently. So I guess I can talk about that when I do the review. But based on how I'm visually seeing it trade, that's how much I take partials based off of that. Because it also helps me feel better. Because like imagine if this came up here, I took 2 off and it just didn't even reach up there. Let's say it did that. I'm okay with that. But yeah, the first level was here. It's probably gonna hit it, but we'll see. This was the other level. 39.50. Yeah, right here. So whenever I come back and do this, because I have some stuff to do, that's the first level. CTP. So honestly, it was there. Best case would be up there. And remember, we're at 25,099, right? So the bigger figure would be 25,100. So that's why we would be looking for it to definitely push through it. And then the high of the day should form around 10:30. And so we're close to this. Maybe we hit there, maybe we hit up there. Who knows? But all right, guys, appreciate you guys for being on, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. For those of you who are in the Discord, I'll do all that stuff. Again, if you have any questions, you can always just throw them in there. So appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Have a great day.